Hi, everybody. There's a book I want you to read. There's one thing that makes me really like a book, and that is if it offers a fresh perspective, an entirely new way of looking at things. And that is exactly what Mother Cow, Mother India does. Yamini Narayanan reframes the entire debate on bovine politics by flipping the lens and putting the animal, the cow, at the center of the picture, not as an abstract idea, not for its symbolic value, but as a sentient being with rights. This is not a popular approach, this is not a common approach, and that's what makes this book even more special.
What my book was trying to do was look at the actor that's being sort of completely abstracted and invisibilized in this entire cow protection landscape, which are the cows themselves. The cows, the buffaloes, the bulls, the calves, who've been completely abstracted, rendered voiceless, rendered some sort of passive subjects upon whom we act out our politics, but they themselves are not seen to have any politics or agency or desires or life ambitions, or most importantly, any type of suffering.
In the past decade, as cow protectionism has come to the forefront of our public discourse, a lot of attempts, my own attempts at trying to understand and interpret this, has focused on the human beings. So whether it's the rakshaks, whether it's the Dalits, whether it's Muslims, whether it's the marginal dairy farmer, everybody who's directly impacted, but every human who's directly impacted. I've never really managed to see it from the perspective of the cow. Yamini combines extensive fieldwork with scholarly research to show us how the economics of the dairy industry and religious and cultural practices promote the consumption of dairy products as vital and virtuous, even as beef eating is seen as vile. As she draws out what she calls the seamless continuum of India's milk and beef economy, Yamini exposes the self-serving hypocrisy and opportunism of right-wing Hindu and upper caste vegetarianism.
Cows really only lactate about 4 or 5 liters of milk per day in their sort of wild state. And as I said, we don't have those kind of cows really anymore. But nowadays, you have cows that can lactate 40, 50, 60 liters of milk. And that's a huge strain, huge burden on any type of reproductive body. Dairy cows basically are emaciated by the end of their sort of lactative cycle, by the end of like 6-7 years of being used for dairy reproduction year after year.
In this book, Yamini argues that the entire spectrum of political thought, whether it's right-wing religious Hindutva, secular liberal left politics, feminists, environmentalists, nobody has worked out a multi-species inclusive idea of justice. Not surprisingly, and perhaps even predictably, Yamini's alternative is veganism.
At the heart of all of this is about radicalizing and remaking human-animal relationships here.
Despite the complexity of the subject and the academic rigor that's used to write this book is not daunting. It draws you in once you start reading it, and it makes you want to understand how things really work. It's an eye-opener. It also opens your mind. I also love some of the political details in the book. For instance, did you know that in 1967, Varghese Kurian and M.S. Golwalkar were both on a committee appointed by Indira Gandhi to examine whether there should be a national ban on cow slaughter. Pick up Mother Cow, Mother India. You won't regret it.